All right, hello, welcome to this weather update. It's around 8:30 p.m., October the 2nd, 2018, and we're dealing with some humidity and we're dealing with some thunderstorms around from a cold front that's moving into the area. So let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at the storms that are approaching. Let me position this a little better. For the most part, Long Island or Nassau County has remained unscathed, but Suffolk County did get hit by weakening storms that were coming out of Connecticut. They weakened, still looks like they're putting down some heavy rain, but they've weakened significantly from what they were. But there was actually a tornado warning out for this cell for Westchester County for a little bit, and that is because it was Doppler indicated. But from what I've heard, they haven't. I haven't actually gotten any reports of a tornado. However, there is another line that is approaching here, and this one will affect our area within a couple of hours. Probably around 10, 11 o'clock, it's going to start moving over New York City and then Long Island. And these storms could be strong, even though even though it's later at night, we have this front that's coming through, and we have extremely humid air that's going to help, trigger these storms. So let's take a look at the current conditions across our area, and we have some flash flood warnings in effect now. It looks like up in the Hudson Valley and also in central Connecticut there, and also a special marine warning for this. So you know what I want to look at? Actually, we'll look at it after I complete this part of the weather update. So let's take a look and see what the current conditions are outside right now as far as observations go. 72 degrees, but it is very humid. The dew point is up to 69, so it's pretty humid out. As you can see, the dew points have risen quite a bit. 68, 69, well up there, pretty uncomfortable. But the saving grace was the sun stayed away for most of Long Island today, so the highs were only in the mid-70s. And really, in the late afternoon, it didn't feel that bad. But tonight, with the wind dying down, it feels pretty sultry outside. Because there was a pretty good breeze in the afternoon, here at least. Let me check iSlip. Let's see what the observation was there. So 71, they have the thunderstorm. So 71 and a dew point of 69. And they hit 76 today at iSlip with these, and again, these pretty high dew points. Let's move a little further east. Let's look at West Hampton. And let's see what they have. So 70 degrees. Dew point's a little lower there, 66. They hit 74 today. For some reason, West Hampton was a little more comfortable than the rest of us. But now let's head in the other direction. Let's go and see what Toms River hit today, because that's really what I'm curious about. I bet it got really hot there today. So let's see what the conditions are in Toms River right now. And it doesn't even want to load it because it's... Yep, they have a 70-degree dew point at Toms River. So 73 is the temperature, but the dew point is up to 70. Yep, hit 83 in Toms River today. So Toms River was a good 10 degrees hotter than everybody else today, and that's just because of, because of where Toms River is, as I've explained to you before. It's a hot place. It's a hot place. So let's go, and I want to look at the lightning. So let's go and look at that. Let's look at the lightning, and let's see if there's any lightning occurring from these storms right now. Looks like there was, but I don't see a whole lot occurring right now. So it looked like there was a lot of lightning strikes actually over the Long Island Sound, but for the most part, which is backed up by the radar, the storm's kind of weakened. But if we pull this out and take a look at the storms further to the west, you see these things are still, oh yeah, these things are still going pretty strong here. Yeah, there's still a lot of lightning over here. So these storms are still pretty strong, and you have all this humidity that is being created here. You have this humidity here that's triggering these storms because we have this front moving through. There was a lightning strike right around Southampton, so it's still putting down some lightning strikes. There's some, not too many. Let me look at, see if there are any power outages that have been caused by these storms in our area. Probably not. There's 995 power outages. I'm surprised. I guess this is like the old radar that they're showing. I guess, yep, I guess right around Port Jeff. Yeah, that's where there's a big one. 868. So right around Port Jeff. That's where the storms were strongest when they came off the Sound before the weekend. So I guess maybe there was lightning strike or wind damage or something there from the storms. All right, so let's take a look at the models. Let's see how these models are handling this line of storms that is going to be coming through right now. So let's take a look at the HRRR model and see how it handles it. So this is currently, and you can see that it still has the strongest activity over Connecticut still, but I think it's going to start moving into our right around 11 o'clock. This could be a pretty heavy event here for Suffolk County and Nassau County. Looks like some pretty strong thunderstorms moving through. And the reason why we have these strong thunderstorms, I don't think oh yeah, it does do it. All right, the reason why we have these strong thunderstorms is because we have this cold front moving through. So the HRRR is a good, like, really super short range model, and you can see here. Here's the humid air, but here's the dry air moving in. Dew points are up in the 40s and 50s over here. So that's why with this front moving through, and then once you can see the drier air starts to come into tomorrow. How far it gets, well, each HRRR doesn't seem to have it getting that far. Let's take a look at the NAM and see how the NAM has the humidity. So let's see. All right, so yeah, the NAM brings the humidity down. It brings it down. Looks like dew points are going to try. It depends where. Dew points aren't going to be that low tomorrow. They'll be lower than the day. They'll probably be in the low 60s. So you can see the dry air, but then what happens Thursday is the dew points come back up again, and this is an even stronger front that comes through. This front looks really strong. Look at the difference in dew points here. This is Thursday night, and you can see dew points in the upper 60s over Long Island, but look at behind the front, dew points are in the 40s. So that's a pretty strong cold front. That is going to be a strong cold front, and I wonder what kind of thunderstorms that is going to generate. Let's take a look and see. It has it just fall apart. It's weird. You think with I don't know. You'd think with a gradient like that, there'd be some convection. I don't know. I think we could be seeing another round of thunderstorms Thursday night. Just even though the model doesn't say it, when you have a difference like that, it usually means that you're gonna see that. Let's see that the GFS generates the thunderstorms for that. Not really either. RGM. Let's see if the RGM goes far enough out. Not really. So, what about the HDRPS? It's the other model. That one doesn't go far enough out either. All right, so we'll just focus on tonight's event again. And like I said, some of these storms could be heavy. Looks like the worst of it is going to be over Connecticut and Suffolk County, but I think we all have to be on the lookout because we have this strong front coming through, and it could cause this difference. Like I said, this difference in the air mass, this is, causes the lift in the atmosphere, and it causes an elevation of CAPE. It's called CAPE. But anyway, maybe I should look at that. I have to look at the Event2Sky site for that. All right, so let's take a look at the dew points on the GFS, and you see the GFS a little low with the dew points tomorrow. Has us having 50-degree dew points all the way down to Jersey. So GFS a little different with that, but it still brings the humidity back Thursday. And let's look at the sky. Let's go and look at the sky. Let's see, because it looks like there's going to be a little more sunshine now than we originally thought. So let's take a look. Let's back it up. All right, so here is tomorrow, Wednesday. Yeah, clouds break for sunshine in the afternoon. It looks like it might not be mostly clear, but it should be at least partly sunny. Should be a good deal of sunshine. Thursday, more clouds. Friday, it looks like the clouds move away for at least part of the day, so we'll have sunshine Friday. What about Saturday? Saturday maybe too, especially over Long Island. What about Sunday? All right, so yeah, it's looking like a little better. Looks like we might have another nice weekend again. Let's take a look at the temperatures. Let's see what we got with the temperatures tomorrow. So tomorrow we have temperatures in the 70s. All right, it's not too bad. Maybe near 80 in southern New Jersey, but I think mostly mid and upper 70s. Thursday it gets a little close at 80 degrees, and then Friday cools down into the low 70s, maybe some 60s. Same thing for the weekend, and then things start heating up again by Sunday. So I'm not going to go over the national map or anything like, just focusing on the the next 3 to 5 days. The last part of this weather update is going to be, well, you know, look at Ventus Sky, and then I'll look at Ventus Sky, and then we'll see. Just want to look at the Cape. All right, so let's see this. All right, so here's the Cape. Yeah, here's the Cape for now. So you can see the Cape is off to the west, but if we move it later, it moves more over our area. So make it 11 o'clock. You'll see it's not that high though on this particular run. So I don't know. I still think they're going to weaken when they get to Long Island. I still think they're going to weaken. So we'll have to keep our eye on that. As far as Thursday goes, that's the next thing I want to see. Thursday around this thing, I've had very low Cape numbers, despite the difference, almost nothing. All right. I don't know. I think we'll see a little. Well, I'll just have to keep our eye out because that's a strong, sharp difference in the temperature. All right. So last part of this weather update. I'm sorry. Difference. It's a sharp difference in the dew points. All right. So last thing I just want to go over climate update for the month of September in for islip, and this is the climate summary for the month of September 2018. And I just want to point out that the average the average temperature was about 4.2 degrees above normal for the month. So September was significantly warmer than normal, and more humid than normal too. So let's hope we can get. It looks like things are starting to change. Hopefully, it's just a process that we have to be patient with. But it looks like things are starting to be a little more fall-like. But again, we have to be patient because that ridge is not something that's going to go away without a fight. Anyway, the other thing I want to bring up, I want to do a video within the next, I don't know, hopefully this week sometime, talking about the vulnerability of Long Island's power system and how certain areas, you know which areas I'm talking about, seem to get preferential treatment from the electric company versus others. But anyway, that's going to conclude this weather update. Again, we have some thunderstorms around, so just pay attention to the radar tonight. Some areas could still get hit hard. I would say we're not out of the woods until after probably midnight or so. So that's going to conclude this weather update. Take care.